Football player, as a quarterback in this predicament of a situation, I'm rooting against him. And I feel sorry for him because behind him is the most popular backup quarterback in the history of the National Football League.
He's not playing winning football, man. It looks scary almost to me. I don't know if Stefanski's scary or is he scary. Like one time I seen Judy pop open, maybe for like a bang route. He checked it down, so I can't.
He has a high enough ceiling right now. I don't know if he has a high enough ceiling right now to be a franchise starting quarterback in the NFL that you can build off of.
Dillon Gabriell is under fire this week after a tough performance against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fans and analysts alike are breaking down every aspect of his gameplay, and one thing has become crystal clear. Dillon Gabriell might not be the answer. The pressure is mounting, and everyone is pointing to one alternative: Shedeur Sanders. Arena is going all in, calling for a change, and the voices are growing louder. The question is simple now. Is it time to start Shedeur Sanders? The spotlight is on him, and if he gets his shot, he'll have to make it count. It's a make-or-break moment for both the team and his future. Will Dillon Gabriell turn it around, or is it Shedeur Sanders' time to shine?
Quarterback, and now I think he's the second, but I can't even trust that with Kevin Stefanski, who is obviously no fan of Shedeur's. Kevin is doing everything in his power to keep Shedeur out of the spotlight and off radar, because he knows once Shedeur gets his foot in that door, look out, because there's going to be an avalanche of national publicity and national runaway expectation.
Skip Bayless has made it clear. After Dillon Gabriell's performance, the debate is over. Shedeur Sanders is the answer, no questions asked. But there's a catch. Stefanski, the coach, isn't exactly a fan of Shedeur or his growing fan base. Stefanski understands that once Shedeur steps onto the field, the media frenzy will be relentless. It'll be all about him, with every move and decision dissected by national analysts. For Stefanski, that's a situation he'd rather avoid, as the focus would shift entirely from the team to Shedeur, creating unnecessary pressure. Skip Bayless didn't stop at just criticizing Stefanski's reluctance to start Shedeur Sanders. He went further, pointing out that Stefanski doesn't even mention Shedeur's name when asked about him. According to Bayless, this is pure disrespect, a sign of how little Stefanski values Shedeur's talent. Yet, despite all of this, Shedeur Sanders hasn't made a public fuss about it. He's staying quiet, not letting the disrespect get to him, and keeping his focus on what matters most: his performance on the field.
He should be now. He should be starting now, but here's Stefanski's answer the other day. Why didn't you give Shedeur a shot in the fourth quarter? And he won't even speak Shedeur's name. He never refers to the question about Shedeur with saying Shedeur.
On the flip side, Kevin Stefanski has been steadfast in defending Dillon Gabriell, refusing to let any harsh criticism fall on him. Instead, he's pointing fingers at the rest of the offense, claiming it's up to the other players to put Gabriel in a position to succeed and make plays. Stefanski argues that the struggles against the Steelers weren't on Gabriel, but on the failures of those around him. This stance is particularly puzzling, given that the Steelers' defense ranks 29th in the league, making Stefanski's defense of Gabriel seem almost unreasonable.
Well, I think certainly, Daryl, we have to find ways to be explosive on offense, and that can come via the run or the pass. And, explosive pass can happen in a variety of different ways, but it really comes down to our ability as an offense to, put those guys in position, protect the quarterback, and then when those opportunities come, we got to let it rip. But I think that can come in a variety of ways.
Skip Bayless then responded to Stefanski's comments about Dillon Gabriell. He argued that Stefanski seems to be trying to paint Dillon as a tough guy, but Bayless wasn't buying it. According to him, Shedeur Sanders is not just mentally tough, he's physically tough as well, something he's proven time and time again during his college career. Shedeur has faced plenty of adversity, and despite it all, he's managed to shine. Bayless pointed out how Shedeur had been the one to endure the most pressure, all while keeping his focus, just to have that one teammate who was confident enough to throw him the ball, ultimately trusting him to win the game for the team.
Mentally and physically tough. Much tougher to me. I saw it at Jackson State and at Colorado. Shedeur took an unholy physical beating for 2 years at Colorado because they couldn't protect him. And he would hang on to the ball only to try to hit the home run for his dad. You know, like he knew they were up against it in some games, and I got to hold it and hope somebody can break free.
Skip Bayless didn't hold back, going even further to suggest that Stefanski might be trying to paint Shedeur Sanders as a spoiled kid. But Bayless quickly shot that down, pointing out that Shedeur has never acted like a spoiled brat on the field. While it's true that Shedeur was born into wealth, Bayless emphasized that he's always carried himself with humility and comes from a solid upbringing. His character and work ethic, according to Bayless, speak for themselves, and he's earned his spot without letting his background define him.
Say, well, he's a spoiled kid. You know, he was raised rich. He was raised rich, but he ain't no spoiled kid.
Right.
He doesn't act like a spoiled kid on the football field.
Right.
He's a tough kid. He looks like he's from the toughest neighborhood you could ever imagine. He just got that in his blood. His father's a tough guy. I don't care what you say.
Gil also weighed in, going off on Dillon Gabriell's performance. He pointed out that Gabriel was sacked 6 times in the huddle, with 3 of those sacks coming because he held onto the ball too long. Arenas didn't hold back, calling Gabriel scary in the worst way, and flat out declaring that he doesn't believe Gabriel will ever be able to lead the Browns to a win. According to Arenas, Gabriel's play is too unpredictable and unreliable for the team to put their trust in him moving forward.
6-6. He got sacked 6 times.
Yep.
I think about 4 of them came from him holding the ball. 2 of them were just great rushes. It was on him before he can do anything. 4 of them came from him sitting in the pocket holding the ball. He's not playing winning football, man. It looks scary almost to me. I don't know if Stefanski's scary or is he scary. Like one time I seen Judy pop open, maybe for like a bang route. He checked it down, so I can't.
Gil continued, stating that with the trade deadline fast approaching, it's crucial for the Browns to evaluate their roster, especially the offensive linemen. He argued that the team won't truly know who should stay if they don't give Shedeur Sanders a chance to prove himself. According to Arenas, Shedeur is one of the most talented quarterbacks on the roster, and without giving him the opportunity to play, the Browns risk overlooking the potential impact he could have on the team's future.
You're gonna bump that down?
Shit, I might go right now. Like before the trade, we gotta see something. Let's see what Shedeur got with this team before we break it up and trade everybody. The trade deadline is coming soon. You gonna trade some of these guys and it's gonna happen. So you might as well let Shedeur rock while you got this group. You know what I'm saying? Let him rock with this group before you trade some of your linemen or something like that. So I don't know. It's very bad in my.
As the Cleveland Browns face mounting pressure following Dillon Gabriell's performance against the Pittsburgh Steelers, the debate over who should lead the team at quarterback has reached a boiling point. Dillon Gabriell has been heavily criticized for his lack of consistency, with many analysts, including Skip Bayless, arguing that the time has come for Shedeur Sanders to take the reins. Despite the obvious shortcomings in Gabriel's play, Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski has doubled down on defending him, shifting the blame to the rest of the offense. He claims the struggles aren't on Gabriel, but on the supporting players around him, which has only further confused fans and analysts alike. Gil has also weighed in, calling Gabriel's performance scary and arguing that he lacks the ability to lead the Browns to victory. Arenas insists that, with the trade deadline approaching, it is crucial for the Browns to evaluate their roster, especially the offensive line, and to give Shedeur Sanders a chance to prove himself. As one of the most talented quarterbacks on the roster, Sanders represents a potential solution to the Browns' offensive woes. As the pressure continues to mount, it seems clear that the Browns are at a crossroads. The team must decide whether to stick with Gabriel or take the bold step of giving Shedeur Sanders a shot. With the trade deadline looming, the urgency to make a decision grows, and the national media scrutiny will only intensify. The question remains, will Stefanski make the change, or will he continue to place his faith in Gabriel, despite the mounting evidence that it might be time for a change?